Good afternoon, everybody. I'm going to start our meeting, but we're going to try and stand and do a Rotary motto first. Service of all self. I can have you turn to our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, for which it stands, one
nation indivisible with liberty and justice for all.
I don't see Jim Rich here for a little blessing, so
I'll do a moment of silence.
Bill.
Moment of silence.
Okay. No song. What was next?
How about page 6?
Page 6.
Let's read. Page 6.
But it sounded like a freshman there. Got a couple of announcements this morning. The most exciting news came across my computer right as I was walking out the door, and I share this with all of us. Our bookmobile has been wrapped and delivered to the school. I'm going to send some pictures around so you can see what it looks like. Enjoy. This is fantastic news. And now we've really got to get to work as a club, start planning our involvement to get it out to the community and get books out into the kids' hands. But that is to be coming. I do want to thank all of those who volunteered over the weekend. We had a busy weekend at the Bear Island Center with parking. I think they were quite busy. I don't see Chuck here to tell us the update, but I know it was a very productive and great turnout at the Bear Island Center, so I know they appreciate our help with the parking that morning. With that said, I'm going to move on to some other things. A couple of announcements. It is time to sell crab cakes. Da-da-da. So we are still at $55 a tray for a tray of 6 crab cakes. For our new members, just so you're aware, we do expect every member to assist in the sales of crab cake. So we automatically assign to every member 2 trays. So we need you to sell at least 2 trays, but we want you to sell a lot more. We are making them the Friday before 4th of July. I think that is July 27th. Sorry, June 27th. Again, we will be doing this over at the Cheriton Fire Station. We'll give you more information as we get close to the date, but we do need you to start selling. In terms of a couple of switches this year, Bertus is on vacation for the entire month of June. He is traveling to Europe, and so we are taking over the responsibility of tracking the sales. So I need you to send all your sales information to me. As you do sales and you're ready to give me an update, please do. Don't wait too long, because again, we usually sell out in about 2.5 weeks. So I need to get your sales information in as soon as you have information to give me. If you, as a member, know that you are not going to sell your 2 trays, but would like them to be offered up to trade to somebody else to sell, you cannot handle that yourself. We need you to come through me so that we're coordinating really how many trays need to be sold still, how many have been claimed and sold off to somebody else. So again, get your information into me. Do it by my email, both at the town level or my personal email, which is on Rotary DAC for us. It's on our Rotary membership list. Or you can call me at the office or my cell phone. All those ways you can always find me. Worst case, you show up at the town hall, I'll be there too, and you can see me in person. So, Ken,
Any question, is there like a flyer we can put out on social media? I'm thinking about my old club as a parent, they will be more than glad to buy it.
I'm gonna look at,
I don't use the flyer. I do what you do. And I put in the hot guys. We can put something together for you.
Okay.
yeah, Bill does a little synopsis of what this is all about, the history of this and what's in the crab cakes and what we sell, et cetera. So again, he can get you that information. He does put it, I think, in Jones Cape Charles Happenings. Yes. So that's big news. So it's time to go. And a couple of you may have already started selling, which is fine. I won't smack you on the wrist for that one, but we'll take all your sales no matter what. The goal is we're doing a total of 2,000 crab cakes in total. So I will get you the full tray count and release that to everybody so you know what we're trying to sell in total for trays. Okay?
What is the price per tray?
$55. We have not increased our price. So that was a choice of the board to keep our prices consistent this year. Last item for me, as you know, I know this is so sad. I'm close to ending my tenure as your president. With that said, we're in the midst of trying to plan the transition dinner. And so Joan has been working diligently on that as the head of our social committee. I think we are close to firming that up at the coach house. And the day we have selected is the last Tuesday of the month. We're going to cancel our luncheon that day. So that's June 24th. We're going to cancel the luncheon and hold our dinner that evening at 5:30. From 5:30 to 8:30 will be the dinner over at the coach house. So Joan is still firming up the final details on that, both in terms of menu choices, the pricing, et cetera. So we'll have more information next week, but just go ahead and mark your calendars accordingly. With that said, I am going to also cancel the following Tuesday's Rotary Luncheon, which is July 2nd. I'm doing this on my calendar in front of me. The 2nd, thank you. The 1st, thank you, Bill. Somebody will get me right. The 1st Tuesday in July, just because, again, we would have had the dinner the prior Tuesday night. We were making crab cakes on that Friday at the end of that week. I'm going to cancel our first week in July meeting. So you get the 4th of July holiday of no botherings from Rotary at all. We will resume the following Tuesday where Betty will be taking over the club and running the meeting. You'll be free of me at last. So, Bill.
Everybody's on the phone.
Welcome, Maddie. We're so glad to have you today. So
Thank
with
you.
that said, I'm going to open up. Are there any other club announcements from any of the members?
Yes.
Oh,
So, thank you. As many of you already know, I'm trying to finish up all of the collection of the dues for this quarter by this coming weekend. I'm not sure where we stand because I've been away for the last 10 days, just got back midnight last night. And the home mail hasn't been delivered yet, so I don't know how many checks have got in the mail. And Joan told me that she got some checks that people have given her, but you know whether you paid or not, and if you haven't paid the dues yet, please try to get them to me by this coming weekend. Another announcement I have.
need that closer to your mouth.
Closer. All right. I noticed when I was listening to last week's program, it seemed like the closer people held this to their mouth, the more distortion there was. I couldn't make out what they were saying. So. I've been, as the person who's trying to keep the mentorship program going, I'm having trouble getting people to finish their mentorship requirements. Jim Rich actually suggested that I do a spreadsheet. And this has the requirements listed on the left and the people who, to my knowledge, haven't finished their mentorship yet across the top. And in all the boxes are to be put the date that they finish their that requirement, so that one person can keep track of all of them at the same time. The mentors seem to be having trouble doing that. Except for Bill Payne. Bill Payne is a real star when it comes to mentorship. So we're going to hopefully update this at every meeting. We'll have it here in a printout version at every meeting. I'm going to circulate this by email to all the mentees and their mentors to give me all the dates that they finish these requirements and when, so that we can have one central record of how people are doing on their mentorships. Yeah.
Any other club announcements? Moving on to Happy Dollars. Who might be happy today that you'd like to partake with some funds for the club? Anybody? Anybody? Bill.
I was very happy for my daughter, grandsons, and my son-in-law to come down for Memorial Day weekend. It was a great the boys have grown since I last saw them in March. So $10 happy.
Thank you. Anyone else? Bill.
I don't need the mic. I'm $10 happy because Paul is back, and I wish him the best for his little procedure in a week and a half. So.
Good. Paul, did I see your hand raised again or no?
Yes. I've got $10 because I had the meaningful experience of attending a Memorial Day ceremony in Europe, one of the American cemeteries. This one was at Henri Chapelle Cemetery. I was visiting my niece and her husband, both of whom are veterans. They both work for the State Department now in Brussels. And they wanted to go. They had lots of friends that were participating in the ceremony, and they wanted to go. So I went, and even though it was pouring rain from the start of the ceremony till the end of the ceremony, it was a very, very meaningful ceremony with a band and all sorts of distinguished speakers giving their talks. This occurs at every one of these American cemeteries in Europe and in England on Memorial Day weekend. And there are many of those. And each one just had hundreds of rows of headstones for veterans that lost their lives during World War II.
Thank you. Anyone else want to share? Hearing none, I'm gonna go ahead and make sure you've all had a chance to buy your cards. Would you like a few more minutes to do the Queen of Hearts? Should we go ahead and get that drawing done? Okay, who's got the high card for Queen of Hearts?
Want to buy one?
Pete, come on and buy your card then. Do you want to buy one? Come on, there's time. I will take that up at the very end then.
By the way, Alan and Pete have already put $3 pot. Two more on the goodness of their hearts.
We like it.
Pretty good.
So Paul, I'm gonna give you the bank. Figure out our calculation. So since Pete got the last card purchased, I'll go ahead and hit it up. Who's got the high card today? Anybody who's got an ace? Ace of any kind? Kings? Any kings? I can't see what that is. A diamond? You got clubs?
Diamond wins.
Diamond wins?
Yeah.
That's it. Jonah's our winner today. I'm gonna bring the deck to you to pick from for our Queen of Hearts. You might win the big pot, who knows? While Paul's calculating our bank and how much you win today. And we are alive again, another week. She is not the big winner today. Yay.
Who's that?
Jonah.
Hi, you win $5 today, John.
You can spend it on.
So at some point, we'll give you guys an update as to where we are with the total pot in the Queen of Hearts giant jackpot we have running, so. With that said, we have a great speaker today, and you're gonna hate me because I've already forgotten your last name. It doesn't take it. Locklear, thank you. Alex is here to talk to us. She's put some pamphlets before you about the physician assistant program practice. And I'm gonna turn the table over to her and talk a bit. Thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
Thank you for inviting me, and I'm honored to be here. I'm Alex. I have opened a clinic inside of Rayfields. I'm currently this week on the second floor of Rayfields because my first floor clinic is getting a much needed facelift. And so I'm a little bit out of pocket, but I'm normally on the first floor of Rayfields in the very back. I tell people I'm in between the bathroom and the Yankee candles. So that's where you'll find me. I am a PA. I've worked for about 18 years in emergency medicine. I'm a product of Norfolk Academy across the bay. I then went to the University of the South, Swanee, Tennessee, if you're familiar. And then I went to Duke for grad school. I have been a PA since 2005 and have done most of my career in emergency medicine. Here, we moved here a year ago, back home from Florida, where I've been for most of my career. And we moved back here for some family reasons, for aging parents and those things who are across the bay, and have bought a farm in Exmoor that we are trying to restore an old home like total idiots. But you know how that goes. My hours at Rayfields are roughly the same hours that Rayfields is open. So that is mostly 9 to 5, 8:30 to 5, Monday through Friday. I take appointments, which are very easy to schedule online, which you'll see inside the pamphlet. And you can drop yourself into an appointment. Let's say you're sick, you have an injury, you need a couple of stitches. You have a twisted knee, you think you may have COVID, any of those things. I do not take any insurance whatsoever. So I don't take any private insurance, and I also don't take Medicare or Medicaid. So most people are going to say, well, why in the world would you do that? Well, as I said, I was in hospital medicine for 18 years. As I think all of us can largely agree, our healthcare system is incredibly broken. And I can do a lot without having to engage with those third-party payers. And it ends up being better for my patients because I don't have to answer to those insurance companies. Is that okay? I don't have to answer to those insurance companies about the things that we need to get you healthy or better. And ultimately, I think that you get better care. If you come to see me, it's for an urgent care visit, an immediate care visit. It is a $75 flat fee visit that gets you an exam, prescription, any testing that we need. Let's say that Bill comes to see me and I've decided that he needs a chest x-ray. I don't have an x-ray machine back there next to the Yankee candles. But I do have the ability to order him a chest x-ray. He can go up to rural health or up to the hospital with his order in hand, and they fax me the results. His health insurance will pay for that, whatever they normally pay for that service or for that test. And I get the results. By the time he gets back to Cape Charles, I can say, okay, I have the results of your chest X-ray and let's proceed in this way. What else can I say about the urgent care business? I do take walk-in this morning. I had, when I got to Rayfield this morning, I think I had 2 patients on the books and I saw 7 before I got here this morning. So people do walk in, and that's just fine too. And I think if you look inside that pamphlet, I think I kind of put down most of the things that I treat. Obviously, if we have you don't come to me with chest pain, you don't come to me with stroke symptoms. If you do come to me for those things, then we're going to call an ambulance and get you the care that you need. I obviously can't take care of, I can't run an EKG. I can't do those sorts of things. But my main goal is, of course, to help, but also to keep people out of the emergency department. We were discussing at our table here during lunch, the access to healthcare kind of issues and how it can be very difficult with the wonderful doctors that are available on the shore. If you wake up with strep throat, it can be very hard to get seen. And I'm hoping to kind of bridge the gap there or fill in the gap between your primary care physician and keeping you up from having to go up the road or across the bay to the ER, etc. That's the majority of my practice. The other side of my practice is that I also do aesthetics. I do like Botox, fillers, and those sorts of things as well. That is not $75, sadly. But those are all, price dependent on whatever that service is. After hours. Since I have access to one of the offices upstairs at Rayfield's, I can also get in there after hours. And what I tell people is once I've seen you once and you're in my EMR, right? You're in my system, you're mine. And if you text me on the weekend and you say, Alex, are you around? I have a fish hook stuck in my finger or whatever it may be. And I am around, I'm happy to come in and see people after hours. I can meet you in Rayfield's in the upstairs office and take care of a lot of things. I can't get into the regular part of Rayfield's after hours because of the pharmacy alarms, etc. But I do have access after hours. So, and I will do that as much as I possibly can. I am a one-man show. I often make the joke that my nurse called in sick because she calls in sick every day. But I can get a lot done. I mean, I think I can provide some, like I said, I can fill the gap for you in some ways to provide some healthcare in Cape Charles, which I think is pretty desperately needed. What questions can I answer? Yes.
Do you live nearby or next door?
I don't even know anymore. Right now, I live in Eastville in a friend's rental house. We, like I said, we're trying to renovate this house on this farm we bought in Exmoor that I'm sure my great-great-grandchildren will love to see finished. But for now, I'm in Eastville and I'm around a lot. I mean, I'm in 100%. And again, it's important to note, I'm here to help, but also I'm not 911, right? So if you do have a medical emergency, absolutely get on the road, either north or south, and get seen if you need to go to the ER. And I think most of us know what a true medical emergency is. But if you need even help deciphering that, I can help in that way too, and just kind of, hey, Alex, this is going on. Do you think that we should hit the road? Cross the bay, go up the road, whatever. I'm happy to do that. And
Doing Saturday hours or no?
I am. And apparently Memorial Day too. Yesterday I was really busy. I couldn't believe it. No, and I'm, like I said, I'm renovating the office downstairs. And I was there to paint. And I ended up seeing, I think, half of the visitors of Cape Charles yesterday. But no, I am around on Saturdays. I have I normally later in the week open up Saturday hours, depending on, I have one child that rides horses and another one that rides dirt bikes and plays left-handed golf, as we were also discussing, not well. So I'm around busy a lot, but if I'm available, I'm 1000% happy to come in and see patients if I can help.
Campground know of you?
Yes, and they keep me busy.
Just say.
Yes.
I live on that road, I get stopped a lot as to where people should go get
Yeah,
help.
they're lovely. The person that works in, is it a store or something there? Yes, so she sends me a lot of business, yes. Lovely people. I do a lot, the rocks on the beach that, with all the signs that say don't climb on the rocks, those are very good business too. Fish hooks, excellent business. You know, all of the above, as you can imagine. Tick bites keep me busy. Yeah. So all of the above.
Any other questions for Alex?
In that pamphlet, which looks like, I think I got Bill to fold them all for me. That's why they're all not folded straight. My phone number is in there. The code, the little QR code to get to my website is on there. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm really just, I want to help. Thank you so much for having me.
You have a little gift for you. We've been around for 100 years for our club, so this is our 100th year we'll celebrate. Oh, there's so little in it. Always come back to your love. Wow.
Thank you so much.
Excellent. Okay, as they come, anybody else? Otherwise, I'm gonna have us all stand and say the things we think, say, and do as Rotarians. That's all the whole. Four. All concerned.
And will we have fun?
Yeah. Have a great day, everybody. Get it, Alex. Put the sleeve on it.